Hari Om. Let us now listen to the Advaiti Guru's answer. He says, Maharaj, the scholar replied, the elephant is indeed mithya. But when did I tell you that running was satya? Running is also mithya. Do you find any sorrow or fear in me? There is none. I just did what was to be done. This is the vision. Vedanta says that everything is satya from the standpoint of sat buddhi, and everything is mithya from the standpoint of the asat buddhi. The vision does not exclude anything. We have to understand everything. Any karma action is mithya. For example, we talk of running as an action. But if we do some inquiry into this so-called action, we see that we cannot categorically say what is running. Whether lifting the leg is running or placing the foot is running, we cannot say. This is true of any action. Therefore, it is mithya. The person performing the action, the karta, is mithya, as is the action kriya. Therefore, the whole thing is mithya. Only Atma is Satya. Once you see both Satya and Mithya very clearly, as the Panditas do, there is no reason for sorrow. Lord Krishna has shown that what is Sat, self-existent, does not have abhava at any time. Meaning that there is no end, no non-existence for it. Sataha abhavaha na vidyate. And asat being only a name and form, depending upon the sat, has no real bhava, no real being. Therefore, it is mithya. Because it borrows reality from the Satya Vastu, which is the Atma or Brahma. It doesn't have reality of its own. It is dependently existent. What is mithya then? It is neither bhava nor abhava. It does not have an existence of its own, nor is it totally non-existent. It is something in between, which is what we mean when we say that mithya is inexplicable. There are others who say that reality, the Vastu or Sat, is inexplicable. The vision of Vedanta is just the opposite. Only the Vastu can be unfolded, albeit by implication, and everything else is inexplicable. In Tamil, Lord Dakshinamurti, the Guru, Adi Guru, is explained as Sollamal Sonnavar. Maunavyakhena. He explains Brahman or teaches about Brahman through Maunavyakhya, something that needs to be understood properly. Taught by implication, because Brahman is beyond description. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. So, Guru Paramarthananda ji says that we must have jnana nishtha. Jnana nishtha involves being firm about both anatma. To have anatma jnana nishtha and atma jnana nishtha, we must understand both. We must understand anatma fully. We must understand atma fully. Only then we will stop committing the mistake of mixing up anatma and atma. If we know to discern what atma is and what anatma is, that is the end of the problem. The final section in this elaborate commentary is, can truth be defined? Can truth be defined? It is generally thought that truth cannot be defined, whereas we say that truth alone can be defined. Everything else can only be conditionally defined, and so requires further definition. Therefore, any definition of an object which is asat, mithya, is a point of view subject to further definition. Being neither sat, existent, nor tuchya, totally non-existent, how can mithya be defined? There is no explicability for mithya. That there is no explicability is its explanation. We are not just getting lost in mithya and then saying it is not explainable at all. It is inexplicable in the sense that it cannot categorically be defined as this is Satya, Because our definition of Satya is that which is not negated at any time. Because whatever is never negated at any time is Satya. We cannot say that an object such as a pot is Satya because it does not always exist. The definition of Satya in the primer text Tattva Bodha is Trikale api tishtati iti sat. Trikale api tishtati iti sat. It is never non-existent. Furthermore, the pot may be broken tomorrow. The pot form. Nor is it always the same pot. Since yesterday it was in one form, and today it is in another form. The pot also is not tuchya. Totally non-existent. Because if it were non-existent, like a rabbit's or a rabbit's horn or a man's horn, it would not be perceived or known to hold any water. Therefore, there is such a thing as a pot. Between Sat and Tuchya, therefore, there is a reality which is referred to as Asat. In fact, the technical word for Asat is generally Mithya. Or seemingly existent. Although the words Asat, Mithya, and Maya are used in the Shastra, the ontological definition for this order of reality is Mithya. What is not subject to negation in all three periods of time, past, present, and future, is Satya or Sat. Trikale api tishtati iti Sat. Whatever is not subject to negation in all three periods of time. Sat was, Sat is, Sat ever will be. And that which does not exist at all in all three periods of time is tuchya. Like a rabbit's horn or a man's horn. Therefore, what is in between becomes mithya or asat. This brings us to the end of the discussion, the profound discussion of shloka number 16, We will move on to shloka number 17 in the upcoming capsules. Hari Om. Om Durjana Sajjano Bhuyat Sajjana Shantimapnuyad Shanto Muccheta Bandhebhyah Muktaschanyaan Vimochayet Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om